new lighting with this. Hello everyone and welcome back to Clues by Sam. It's Friday today and we have a hard one. I'm really excited for this and I'm recording this a little late on the day, so it's possible that I make some mistakes because I'm already a little bit tired. But if you don't know what Clues by Sam is, it's a daily logic puzzle game where you have 20 people on a board. It may be criminals or innocents, and you gotta figure out what each person is using the clues that they themselves give you. You gotta do no guessing, and we're here every day doing this. I encourage you to try. There is a link in the description if you want to do so, and if you get stuck or if you just want to follow along to see how I solve this, then you can watch my video. Also, please let me know what you think about the lighting, if it's terrible, if it's a vibe, if we like it, if we hate it. If it looks bad in post, then I'm probably gonna change it tomorrow, but if you enjoyed it, let me know, and we can start the puzzle right away. Let's go. Under it tells us that exactly 3 of the 4 instants neighboring Frank are above Vera. Okay, so Frank has 8 neighbors total. 4 of them are instants, and 3 of them are above Vera. Vera is the last person in column A. Andre is the first person in column A, and he's already an instant and he neighbors Frank. So we know that the other 2 people below him who also neighbor Frank are also innocents because there's 3 of them. So both Eve and Larry are innocent. Pete is Santa, and I guess we don't need Ender's Clue. Oh, we do need Ender's Clue because it tells us there's one more innocent neighbor for Frank. So let's leave that there. And Eve tells us that only one of the 2 innocents in row 5 are Xavier's neighbor. So row 5 is here. Xavier is in row 5. And he has 2 neighbors in row 5. Only one of them is an innocent. So that means that either Wanda or Zoe are an innocent. And since there's 2 innocents in row 5 and 2 criminals, we also know that either Vera or Xavier are the second innocent and the other one a criminal. So this is the configuration. And now Larry tells us that all criminals above Xavier are connected. So let's think about this. Frank can only have one more neighbor, right? One more neighbor. Frank can only have one more innocent neighbor. And if it is someone in column C that neighbor him, there's three people neighboring him in column C, then could it be Klaus? It could be Klaus. It could be an innocent. Could it be Gabe? No, it couldn't. Why? If Gabe is an innocent, then we know that Frank has no other criminal neighbors. And that will make it so that Klaus and Nick are both criminals. Gabe is an innocent, that's separating 2 criminals who are above Xavier then. So there's no way for Gabe to be an innocent. Oh, there's no way for Gabe to be a criminal. Oh, there's no way for Gabe to be an innocent. I was right the first time I said it. So Gabe is a criminal for sure. And we still don't know if any of these guys are innocent. So let's leave that there. Gabe now tells us that P is one of Rose's 5 criminal neighbors. So we know that Santa is a criminal. And indeed he is, because he invades people's homes. So we also know that Rose has 5 criminal neighbors. P is one of them. We know about a second one who's either going to be Vera or Xavier, so that's 2. There's 4 people remaining we don't know the roles of. But 3 of them have to be criminals, right? So that we can total 5. 2 plus 3. Only 4 people remaining, so that's 1 last innocent neighbor for Rose. Now the same rule applies as we did with Frank to Rose. Could Nick be an innocent? No, he couldn't, because if Nick is an innocent, he is the last innocent neighbor for Rose, and that means that Saga is a criminal. And if Saga is a criminal and Nick is an innocent, then we have 2 criminals being separated above Xavier. So Nick could not be a criminal. Could not be an innocent. Why am I doing that? Well, I told you I'd be tired, so let me be. I hope I'm not making this confusing. Now, what else? Nick tells us that exactly 4 of the 7 innocents on the edges are Frank's neighbors. So we know there's 7 innocents on the edges. Frank has 4 of those 7, and we know that Frank has 4 innocent neighbors total. 3 of them we already know of, and there has to be 1 more on the edges, which means that either Ben or Claus are an innocent. Color this. Oh my god, my mouse is betraying me. Color this something like that. And since that's the last innocent neighbor for Frank, we know for sure that Martin is a criminal. And that makes it so that either Wanda or Saga are a criminal and the other one an innocent, since Rose has to have 1 more innocent neighbor. Now, do we need Nick's clue anymore? Well, it tells us about the total of innocents on the edges, so let's leave it there. Martin tells us that Zoe is one of 3 criminals below Dana. So Zoe is a criminal, which tells us that Wanda is an innocent. And because of that, Saga is a criminal. And now we know there's 3 criminals total below Dana. So there's 4 people below Dana. Only 1 of them is an innocent. Right? Good. Now let's look at Zoe's. Zoe tells us that Olga and Vera have an equal number of innocent neighbors. Vera already has 1 innocent neighbor, which means that Olga has to have at least 1 innocent neighbor. She has 2 left for us to assign. But Olga couldn't have 2 innocent neighbors because there's only 1 innocent person below Dana, right? And since that innocent person has to be Olga's neighbor, because Olga has to have an innocent neighbor because of Vera, we know that either Uma, let's use the upper text. Either Uma or Claus are an innocent, the other one's a criminal, and we know that Olga is a criminal since there's only 1 innocent below Dana. And we also know that Vera is not gonna have a second innocent neighbor because there's no way for Olga to have a second innocent neighbor. So we know that Rose is a criminal as well. And I guess we don't need Zoe's clue anymore. What about Saga? Dana has more criminal neighbors than Vera. Vera has 2 criminal neighbors, which means that Dana has to have at least 3. Dana has 3 neighbors total, so all of them have to be criminals, which means that both Claus and Claus are criminals. And because of Claus, Ben is an innocent. Now we know that Uma is an innocent because of Claus. And was it Saga's clue? I guess so. Now, Olga gives us a clue saying that Gabe and Wanda have an equal number of innocent neighbors. Wanda has only 1 innocent neighbor for sure, who's either going to be Vera or Xavier. So we know that Gabe, is it Gabe? Can only have 1 innocent as well. And Gabe has Ben as an innocent neighbor, so that means that both criminal neighbors, both remaining neighbors are criminal. So both Frank and Dana are criminal. And now Frank tells us that there's only 1 innocent in column C. Column C has no innocent so far. So Xavier has to be an innocent, so that column C has 1. And because of Xavier, we know that Vera is a criminal. Good. So that was a hard one, all green in less than 8 minutes. I'm really proud of that, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how it went for you if you did play. Don't forget to tell me about the lighting, if you like it or you hate it. If you're just okay with it, then don't tell me anything. I'm kidding. You can tell me whatever you like. But yeah, I'll be here tonight live playing that format again with you guys. You want to join me, you can chat with me, or you can just watch me be jump scared. And I'll be back again tomorrow with more Clues by Sam. See you then.